Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 20 of the chapter number system. In this part 20, we will solve questions on laws of exponents for real numbers. That is, we will be solving example number 21, 22 and we will solve questions from the exercise 1.6. Coming to the example number 21, simplify 2 power 2 by 3 into 2 power 1 by 3. 2 power 2 by 3 into 2 power 1 by 3 can be simplified using law a power m into a power n is a power m plus n. So, 2 power this 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3 gives us 2 power 3 by 3, it is nothing but 2 power 1. So, when two exponential numbers with the same base are multiplied, then the bases rise to the power of sum of those two individual powers. So, 2 power 1 gives 2. This is the simplified value of this given one first question. Coming to the sub question number 2, 3 power 1 by 5 whole power 4 is done a power m whole power n using that law, which is a power m into n. That means 3 to the power 1 by 5 into 4, which is nothing but 3 to the power 4 by 5. So, this is how we write like this, or it is up to us, we can expand this 3 power 4 whole power 1 by 5 also we can write. Moving on to the question number 21, example number 21, sub question number 3. 7 power 5 upon 7 power 3, we will simplify this using law a power m by a power n is a power m minus n, where similarly when two exponential numbers with the same base are divided, then the base is raised to the power of difference between individual powers. So, 1 by 5 minus 1 by 3, where 7 to the power, you know how to simplify 1 by 5 minus 1 by 3 with the help of LCM, it becomes 15 to the base and raised to minus, so it is minus 2, 7 to the power minus 2 by 15 is the simplified value. It cannot be further simplified as such. If at all you want, negative power can be, whenever we have base rise to the power negative number, it can be, that base can be reciprocated. Okay. So, same thing here also we can do, 7 can be written as 1 by 7 whole power. Now, this negative power becomes positive power 2 by 15. So, 1 upon 7 whole to the power 2 by 15. If you want, you can simplify at the most this way. Now, moving on to the fourth question from the example number 21. Here we have 17 raised to the power 1 by 5, even 13 raised to the power 1 by 5. Powers are same. So, a to the power m multiplied by b to the power m gives a into b whole to the power m. When two exponential numbers with the same powers are multiplied and different bases, then bases are multiplied rise to the that same power. Here it is 13 into 17 raised to the power 1 by 5. It is one way. Fifth root of 13 into 17. So 13 into 17, you know, it is 221. So it is fifth root of 221 is this value. Now let's move on to the example number, not example, exercise 1.6. Exercise 1.6, main question 1. In that sub question 164 whole to the power 1 by 2, which is nothing but square root 64. Square root 64 is 8. Since 64 is 8 square, okay. Then sub question 2, 32 whole to the power 1 by 5 can be written as fifth root of 32. Fifth root of 32 is nothing but fifth root of 2 power 5, because 32 is 2 raised to the power 5, that is exponential form of 32 to the base 2. Now it is 2 power 5 whole power 1 by 5, it is 2 power 5 into 1 by 5, 2 power 1, which is 2. Fifth root of 32 is, that's how straight away written as 2, okay, because 32 is 2 power 5. Then sub question number 3, 125 raised to the power 3. 125 is 5 cube. 5 cube whole power 1 by 3, you know, 125 is 5 cube. Now 5 cube whole power 1 by 3 can be written as 5 to the power 3 into 1 by 3 using a power m whole power n is a power m into n. Now 3 into 1 by 3 is 5 raised to the power 1. 5 raised to the power 1 is 5 only. Now coming to the question number 2, in that main question 2, sub question 1, 9 to the power 3 by 2. 9 to the power 3 by 2, where it can be written as 9 to the power 1 by 2 whole power 3, which is nothing but 9 power 1 by 2 means square root 9 whole power 3. Square root 9 is 3. 3 raised to the power 3, which is 27. We can do like this, or we will 9 to the power 3 whole upon 1 by 2, which means square root of 9 into 9, where square root of 9 into 9 into 9 can be written as square root 9 into square root 9 into square root 9, where square root 9 is 3, this square root 9 is 3, this square root 9 is 3, so 3 into 3 into 3 is 27. This way also we can do it. Then 32 to the power of 2 by 5, 32 raised to the power 2 by 5. In one way, I will write fifth root of 32 whole power 2. You know, fifth root of 32 is 2. You have already learned that. So fifth root of 32 is 2. So 2 square is 4 is the answer. This is the easiest way of doing. Now sub question third, 16 to the power 3 by 4. 16 to the power 3 by 4 can be written as fourth root of 16 whole power 3. Fourth root of 16, you know, 16 can be written as 2 power 4. That means I have this fourth root of 16 written as straight away 2. So 2 cube is 8 is the answer. okay, because 16 when it is written as 2 power 4, 4th root of 2 power 4 gives you 2 only. So this is the reason why I took straight away 2 here. Okay. Fourth question, sub question, 125 raised to the power 1 by this minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3, when I have negative power, my first job is making that positive power. How can I make positive power? Power will not change except the sign. By reciprocating base, I will have the power becoming negative to positive. So the base 125 by 1 I have reciprocated as 1 by 125, 1 by 125 is the base now, raised to the power 1 by 3, which means 1 power 1 by 3 upon 125 raised to the power 1 by 3. So now this power is taken individual to the numerator and to the denominator. 1 raised to the power of any number is 1 only. So 1 upon this 125 raised to the power of 1 by 3 means cubed root of 125. You know, cubed root of 125 is 5. So 1 by 5 is the simplified value of this given one. Okay. Now third question. Third main question again contains sub questions. Sub question 1, 2 power 2 by 3 into 2 power 1 by 5 is 2 power 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. Now 2 power 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5, LCM is 15. So this 5 twice is 10 plus this 3 for once is 3. So we will have 2 power 13 by 15 being the power to the base 2. Then third sub question number 2, 1 by 3 cube whole power 7 is 1 power 7 by 3 cube whole power 7, where 1 power 7 is nothing but 1 only. 3 power 3 whole power 7 is simplified with the law a power m whole power n is a power m into n. So using that, this 3 power 3 whole power 7 can be written as 3 power 3 into 7. Now 1 upon 3 power 3 7s are 21. This is the answer. Next, sub question number 3, 11 to the power 1 by 2 by 11 to the power 1 by 4 is 11 to the power 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4, where 11 to the power LCM is 4, 4 minus 2, where 11 to the power 2 by 4, it can be written as 11 to the power 1 by, sorry here 4, it is 1 only, half minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4, 4 is the LCM, here 2 only comes, 2 minus 1, so 1 by 4, 11 to the power 1 by 4. In fact, it's simple, half minus quarter is quarter only. I went wrong here, you can understand that. It is just 11 to the power 1 by 4. 11 raised to the power 1 by 4 is the ultimate answer. Then moving on to the sub question 4, 7 to the power 1 by 2 into 8 to the power 1 by 2, same bases are, sorry, different bases, same powers, 7 into 8 whole power 1 by 2, 7 8s are 56 whole power 1 by 2, or you can write square root 56. Okay, this is the simplified value of that fourth one. See children, in the exercise 1.6 there are only 3 main questions. In each question sub questions are there. We solved all sub questions from the exercise 1.6. So with this we have completed the whole chapter, this number system, from our class 9th. In the next coming sessions onwards, I would like to discuss with you the next unit, but children, the next unit I will be taking algebra, from which we will be learning the chapter called polynomials. And the chapter polynomials requires lot of the previous knowledge, such as algebraic expressions, factorizations, multiplying algebraic expressions, laws of exponents. All these which you have learnt in class 8th, you require for understanding polynomials chapter. So from your class 8th, algebraic expressions and factorization, exponents and powers, these 3 chapters are previous knowledge or prerequisite knowledge for this chapter called polynomials of class 9th. I request you to go through those content of class 8th for easy understanding of this chapter, and we will learn this unit called algebra with the polynomials chapter, and we will complete at the earliest even unit algebra. So far, out of 6 units, I have completed 2 units. Out of 15 chapters, I have completed 3 chapters, and before periodic test 1, you need to solve along with the exercise questions of these 2 units, that is mensuration unit and number system unit. You need to solve exemplar problems. Exemplar problems from the number system you need to take and solve on your own, and we will do discussion of that as and when you get doubts through a WhatsApp group, and I will definitely help you if you once fall back to me with any of your doubts from the exemplar questions from the number system. But in regular classes, I will not waste time. I will start with the unit called algebra, chapter called polynomials. Okay, I hope I made it clear. Before PT1, you must practice all the questions from the textbook and even from the exemplar book on the units, mensuration and number system. Wishing you good luck for your PT1, which is upcoming from the first week of August. You will get dates and everything clear further in the instructions, but I am hinting you, you will have definitely these 3 chapters for PT1. Okay, solve all the exercise questions of the textbook and exemplar problems. Jai Hind, thank you.